What's up, single players? J. Scott Brown here today, giving you an exclusive look at Submerged, a game published and developed from the likes of Uppercut Games. Now, they're a fellow Australian studio, so of course that resonates with me very deeply as a fellow kangaroo riding, koala petting, Vegemite eating, I don't know, other things that are Australian. So of course I wanted to check out this game. Now, I'm actually going to start from the start of the game, since as you progress about 80% of the way through, like I am currently, there's a lot of spoilers going on, so we'll just jump in from the start. The only thing I've skipped here is the opening cinematic, because it is quite long. But basically, Submerged is a game about two characters that have a relationship. I won't spoil it, because it is kind of everything about the game and the characters is quite ambiguous, and it reveals slowly over time. But basically, the female you play as and the boy is infected and is sick, and basically you play as the girl, and you try to get all these resources to help the boy and medicate him and bring him back to a healthy state. And that's basically the premise of what's happening right now, without spoiling too much. So the game basically takes place in this dystopian kind of world where shrubbery has infected buildings. And as you would guess, since the game is called Submerged, it's completely flooded, and there's just it's just a horrible kind of, I guess, yeah, dystopia. There's not really anything attractive or enticing about it. And it's revealed slowly over the course of the game more about the world, more about how it got to this state, and more personally as well about the actual characters. So right now we need to find something to stop the boy's bleeding. And we're going to do that by navigating through the submerged city and finding buildings that have a flag as such. And basically, as you scale these buildings, you find these ration crates that basically give you more resources as time goes on. So we'll head on over here in our little dingy boat. But before we climb that building, actually, I just want to do a little bit of exploring. So I want to highlight the fact that this game has a really nice aesthetic to it, and I really appreciate the kind of majesty of the world they've built. As I said before, it is a dystopia, and it's kind of simultaneously quite horrifying and beautiful at the same time. And if you played The Last of Us, it's kind of similar in the sense that it's just overwhelmingly, I guess, tragic. And the world kind of elicits that. It has a sense of soul to it. The aesthetic of this game is really quite nice. Alright, so we'll go around here, and we'll find another building other than this first building, because basically the entire game, for the most part, give or take, is about scaling these buildings and doing these kind of mini puzzles. If you've played Far Cry, Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 4, it's kind of like those watchtower puzzles when you have to climb, and you figure out as you go up the correct direction if you have to jump in certain places. And so it's kind of similar in Submerged, where you scale buildings and you have to get to the top to find the ration crate, and that's going to give you the resource that she's looking for that current time. Don't ask me why every single time she needs a specific resource, she can go to any building and she's going to find it. That's a little bit of a cheeky story context thing. That doesn't really line up exactly, but we can excuse that, I think, for now. So as you can see, it's just a really nice aesthetic that kind of evokes the kind of story of this game that's told a bit later on. A little bit of foreshadowing kind of embedded in the world, and I really appreciate that, because the game world's design is obviously going to be incredibly important, especially in an adventure exploration game such as Submerged. Okay, so we're just looking for a building. There we go, they're over here. There's one with the flag. The obdurate creature. So basically this is like a small little cutscene when we find a new part of the world. And you can even see in the water there's like these fish, kind of moldy creatures. There's one that's like a massive whale, and I believe you just got the card for that. And basically, as you explore the world and the environment as well, you start to unlock more of these little cards that unlock more story stuff. And this is basically the story between the girl and the boy, how they've gotten here. This is the story of like the city. These are the creatures you run into, and these are like just kind of areas in the game that you'll find. So we're going to be scaling this building, so we're looking for some plants at the bottom so we can go ahead and dock our little dingy ship here. There we go. This will do. Well, I don't even think I want to try to pronounce that, but it's the Kitsi Municipal, obviously. So we'll go ahead and give this a climb. So basically, this is the kind of meat of the game. This is where you're going to be doing a lot of the puzzle solving and climbing and stuff like that. Oh, actually, we can't go there, can we? We've got to climb up a bit further. And she climbs mostly for you. You don't have to do too much. You just kind of move into poles and ledges and such, and that'll just happen kind of naturally. Well, we start to see a bit of the world's enemies out here. We just avoid that suspicious looking fellow. Alright, here we go. We'll cross over here. Another part of this game I really do like is the soundtrack. It's quite intriguing, and it has a sort of gloomy again, but simultaneously uplifting feel to it. That's kind of, I think, supposed to be symbolic of the character's journey and the story itself. There's a lot of really nice kind of fiction in this that I quite appreciate being fleshed out. But I would equate this game to maybe like a Journey-esque thing, where it's more about the exploration. It's more about puzzle solving in these really small kind of little situations. I believe we're going to go out here. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to climb up to the top there. Got some very nice lighting effects there. Look at that. That is quite lovely. Alright, so we'll go ahead and climb up here. I think we're going to scale all the way around here. There we go. Alright, cool. And as I said before, you know, you go around the world, you find more collectibles, and that's in turn going to unlock more backstory about the characters, about the world, through those little cartoon sketches that you saw before. Oh, actually, are we going this way? Oh, you know what? There's a collectible over there. We'll go ahead and get it. Over here. There we go. Nailed it. Alrighty. And there's the supply crate over there. So we'll jump on over. Oh, actually, nope. We gotta go. Do we gotta get all the way around? We might have to climb down and go up. But I'm not entirely sure. I think we have to climb over there. This girl's a very skilled climber. I was actually watching her climb before. And I don't know. It's going to take a lot of upper body strength to handle yourself in such a way. And judging from the size of her arms, I don't know. It's a little bit suspicious, if I do say so myself. Not saying that I'm strong at all, but she's probably stronger than me. Definitely actually stronger than me, given the fact that she can scale these buildings. Alright, then here's our ration crate over here. And there we go. We picked up some first aid supplies. As you can see at the top of the screen as well, there's a lot more crates to find over these buildings, and a lot more puzzles to solve in that sense. And once you find all the crates, obviously the story goes from there, and don't want to spoil that when the time actually comes. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'll end it there because that's probably enough that you need to see. If you want to check out the game, go to the Steam page, and it's currently 10% off, as it's usual on launch. And it's Submerged on Steam, developed and published by Uppercut Games. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to see more about this game, go buy it on Steam or check out our review on onlysp.com. Follow Only Single Player on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.